Welcome back to Totally Integrated Instrumentation. We're going to continue our look at the Siemens technology module for Coriolis flow meters, the FCT070, and how you can use the standard input-output words to work with a HMI, because as it stands at this precise moment in time, so December 2020, there's no faceplate for HMIs, but really everything can be done from the input-output blocks. It's very simple to drag and drop this data into a HMI program. So we go on to our technology module and we need to know our addresses. The start address for our input words and the start address for our output words. First of all, you need to have a look in the manual. So in the back of the manual you'll see a section, scroll here, that says I/O data. The pages may change, so I won't reference the page number, and you can see here it follows really the format of Profibus information. So starting at byte 0, so this is important. So byte 0, if we go back to TIA Portal, is in our case is 288. So you count up from 288. So if we go back to the manual, so 288, the first 4 bytes are the mass flow, and then the 5th byte is the mass flow status byte, which is very similar to the status byte on Profibus DP and PA, which will be hex 80. 80 is healthy. So we can see here, if we just start counting up, we can add all of these into our project, and I've already done that, and everything is here. So we have totalizers, and then if we keep going we have our dosing state, and then we come on to the output data. So this is quite easy to understand. So again, it's in bytes. So if we go back to TIA Portal, we're looking at our output. So the output address, so this is the Q, PQ288. Go back to here, so this is 288. We can use the first byte to reset the totalizer and to freeze it and to do a zero adjust. And then we have some dosing commands, and then at the bottom, the last byte, byte 6, is for activating what fraction table we want to use. So I haven't bothered with the dosing at the moment in this example, but I'm looking at the fraction table and the totalizer control. So what we're going to do in this example is we're going to bring all the process values back, dump them onto a HMI screen, including the totalizers, and then I'm going to show you how to program a button so you can reset the totalizers. Using the data from the manual, the I/O table, I've created a PLC tag set up for the FCT070, and you can see here these are all my inputs, so input doubles. I haven't bothered bringing back the status byte for these. I'm just looking at the process values for now. And then in this example we're going to look at resetting the totals. So that is in the first output byte, and then it's just the bits here, so we can see bits 4, 3 and 5 reset the different totalizers. So before we drag them into the project, we just need to make sure that these are reading okay. So we can see here my density, and as I said, always look at something that makes sense. Your temperature, so it's quite cold in the man cave at the moment, and we have no flow, and there we can see totalizer 1 has a value in it and the other totalizers don't. To drag those into my project, go offline. I have a HMI project, one I've created earlier. So here's my HMI project. I have some screens. I have an ABV screen, so I'm going to add another screen into here, and then to get the process values in there, it's relatively easy. You can split your screen again within TIA Portal, and we can drag those straight from here into my project. You can add descriptions for all of these at a later date. So there I have my data, and it's at times like this that you rely on the tags you've created in your PLC make sense. So here you can see mass flow. So you just click on the add text, and you can just keep adding the information. So this is just so visually you know what the process values are. What I'm also going to do is drag in the control for the totalizers, so we can test those, and you'll see those on the screen. Now the reason I do it like this is because it automatically creates my HMI connection to the PLC tag. I'm not actually going to use these to reset the totalizers. I'm going to use a button to do that. So let's have a look at how we do that. So there's my button. I can give it some text, and then I need to assign it an event. And to do that, I click on the events property, and then I have a press and release. So we will edit the bit, and then you'll see under here I can set the bit, and then I've got to find my tag. And because I've already brought it into my project, you can see there reset totalizer 1 tag, because I've dragged these in. It's done it all for me automatically. And then when I release it, I want to reset it back. That's important, because otherwise it will be always on, and that's important for a lot of these, because it's a momentary contact we're looking for. So set the bit and reset the bit, but we can leave these here so we can actually see that value changing as well. But once we've finished the project, we'll probably delete those, because you'll see the totalizer value changing anyway. I've added the text here so you know which process value we're looking at, and you can see here the mass flow. I've turned the low flow cutoff off so we can see some readings jumping around. There's my density, and there's the temperature, which is always a good one to go for. But I want to test my totalizers, and you can see here my totalizers are all at 0, so it doesn't matter whether I hit that reset button. I can see the bit toggling, you can see that bottom value toggling, but I don't know whether it's resetting my totalizer. So this is where we can use PDM. So here we have the same device on PDM, and under here we have operations totalizer. And I can see totalizer 1, I'm going to use this to put in a preset value, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can see there my preset value now is in totalizer 1, and that will count up from that point when it starts registering a positive flow. If I look back on my faceplate, I can see my totalizer 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we can test reset totalizer. It's gone to 0 straight away here, and we can see on PDM it's also gone to 0. So that's a quick look how you can drag and drop process values from the Siemens FCT technology module Corios card into a TIA Portal HMI. Really easy to do. Everything's there. It's all set up, ready to go. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for listening. Your support is very much appreciated. Don't forget to click that subscribe button, and please tell your friends and colleagues about this channel. Stay safe, and I look forward to seeing you soon.